Ben, what are you doing?
So we're gonna have to put off breakfast this morning, Dad.
And why is that?
Because I gotta get this furniture rearranged to better center this energy in this room.
What are you talking about, Ben?
You know, I've been reading up on Feng Shui.
Yeah, I saw the book out.
The whole idea here is to get this kitchen reordered to where it would be better suitable for spiritual energy. I'm gonna need you to move over a little bit to the left here.
Can't we do this in a little while, Ben?
The first step to total enlightenment is furniture rearrangement. That's what this Feng Shui stuff is all about.
Well, that's just some guy trying to sell you some furniture.
I sense you're reluctant to get into
No,
this.
I just would like a cup of coffee is what I'm reluctant.
Well,
I'm much more interested in Eastern and Western philosophy after my first cup of coffee. Because for me, that is when life begins.
maybe you should wait in the other room. I'll get this together and then I'll make breakfast.
I'm just going to grab a cup of... Where is the coffee?
Well, the percolator's in the refrigerator now. What I needed to do was to get the toaster and some of the pots and pans more relatable to the refrigerator.
Because they're not hitting it off?
Well, their energy was not good.
Right.
And I would love to take the shelving down.
And, I'm excited that you've found something you can cling to.
I just think I've tapped into something that's, more meaningful.
I just wish it wasn't such a trendy thing, this Feng Shui thing,
Well, it's not necessarily trendy. It's been around for, over 3 years. No, this book was published in 1987.
No, I know it's based on ancient...
And Chinese culture goes back hundreds of years.
No, Ben, it goes back much further.
Dad, there's a lot about Qi in this book.
What is Qi again? Remind me.
It says Qi is a cosmic breath.
Yeah.
Speaking of cosmic breath, Dad.
A mint?
Brush your cosmic teeth.
Oh, God, I'm kind of nervous. This is my first time at a marriage counselor. I couldn't get my wife to come with me, so I guess, I'll just tell you what's up.
Okay.
I've been married about 1.5 years.
Right.
And I have to say, just the marriage process alone was terrifying to me. Things like the bridal registry.
Which is?
This is where you go into a department store and basically sign up for the things you want your friends to buy for you. I find that creepy. It's a very polite, socially acceptable way of saying, we love you, we want you to come to our wedding and celebrate our day, but we don't trust your crappy taste. Therefore, please peruse this 25-page computer printout from the Pottery Barn. Item 2472Z might make a good choice, in green.
So the wedding itself is over. How is the marriage going?
My wife has been bugging me and bugging me and bugging me to get a second cat. She is terrified that the first cat is going to become jealous of the baby and somehow kill it. So she wants to get a second cat to distract our first cat from killing the baby.
Yeah.
Maybe I just have a more cynical worldview. I think this would just provide our first cat with an evil henchman. Okay, you distract the two humans, I'll kill the baby. What do you mean distract them? You gotta be more specific. What do you mean distract them? You can spray. Believe me, they'll go running. I will get the child. I love having a baby.
Yeah.
What I am looking forward to is when my child goes through the cape phase. That is going to be so cute, where they have to wear a cape, usually a bath towel around their shoulders, and they wear it everywhere, and they're wearing a cape. They're Batman. I went through a big cape phase. There are pages and pages of my family photo album where I've got the cape on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where parents have to be their most understanding. I remember an uncle of mine had died.
Yeah.
And I wanted to wear my cape to the funeral. Why not? Why wouldn't you wear a cape to a funeral? And I remember my mother being so understanding and saying, well, Uncle Ed has passed away and he's gone up to heaven and people are going to be very sad, okay? They're going to be crying, okay? We have a word called inappropriate. I think it would be inappropriate for you to wear the superhero cape to Uncle Ed's funeral. And that doesn't fly with, that's not kid logic, so I just exploded at her. Mom, I am 16 years old. Don't tell me what I can and cannot wear to a funeral. I'm trying to find out who the hell I am, okay? If you need to talk to me, I will be in the Batcave, a.k.a. my room.
Dr. Katz's office.
Hi, Laura. It's Ben. How you doing?
Okay, bye.
Wait. I know this might surprise you, but I'm very into Feng Shui.
Oh, really? Me too, actually.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You know what it is?
Yeah?
I said Feng Shui. Maybe you thought I was saying something in English, but it's a Chinese thing.
I know.
It's an Eastern
I know.
So you know about that it involves furniture and moving objects in order to maximize your tranquility. Did you know about the contentment stuff and the yin-yang? Do you know that? Have you heard of Mao Zedong?
What?
Mao Zedong, he's a Chinese leader. Yeah, I knew about him too. He's in the book. So if you know Feng Shui, you must know about Ling Tang.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah. But honestly, you strike me as someone much more Western than Eastern. You know? What about your apartment? Do you have your apartment set up like that? You do?
Yeah.
Well, I should come over and check it out. Because I could tell you what you did wrong, or...
I don't think it'd be a good idea, Ben.
You know?
I think that it would disturb my tranquility.
Well, listen, I am getting together a Feng Shui study group tonight at my place at 8 o'clock. I don't know if you want to come by and we can exchange some...
I don't think so.
Some ideas and maybe meditate. Do you do origami?
That's Japanese.
Chinese checkers?
No.
Just checkers?
No.
You ever played Bloody Knuckles?
I gotta go.
Dad.
Yes.
It's Ben.
Lay it on me.
I bought some stuff today for the apartment.
Hey, that's...
I bought a beautiful center table, which I think is going to really fix the living room space.
I didn't notice there was anything wrong with the living room space.
Well, you know what happened was the table that we have was too high, and then was cutting off energy.
You mean the antique wooden table in our...
Was that Grandma's?
Yeah.
That's gone.
Okay.
I bought some wind chimes and 2 flutes.
Why just 2 flutes?
Well, because in the book, apparently 2 crossing flutes signifies prosperity, I think.
Yeah.
Also, I bought one of those fake fountains. You plug it in and the water runs constantly.
A urinal.
No, it's not a urinal.
Hey, have you been talking to Laura about this, Ben? Because...
I spoke to Laura about it, and Laura knew exactly what Feng Shui was.
Feng Shui.
Feng Shui.
I can't believe I'm correcting your pronunciation of this thing I don't even know about.
You know what? I'll tell you something. You know, it doesn't matter how you pronounce it. It's if you believe in it.
Oh, I believe.
Then it's going to work for you.
I believe to the tune of about $1,000 at this point.
Well, you know, I have not racked up that much money.
Well, the day is young.
Well, I'm on chapter 2. There's 34 chapters left.
Yeah.
This place is going to be way different.
Dad, I'll tell you something. This stuff is so powerful. This could change my life forever.
Yeah.
You know, just by moving a couple of pieces of furniture, I could be much more spiritual.
I mean, I'm telling you, I broke a table. I already felt better.
Maybe that's not really feng shui, though. But that's just the pleasure in breaking stuff.
Yeah.
I have that.
Well, how are you, Harry?
I woke up with this really feeling of being afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good thing?
Well, whatever gets you out of bed.
Well, I wasn't afraid of bed.
Yeah. Let's come back to the dream because I think that's worth exploring.
Yeah.
Have you spent much time in therapy?
I had 6 years of a different form of analysis, yeah.
How would you characterize that?
My analyst, he was more verbal than a lot of analysts. But I mean, I shouldn't, then there's, you listen to people on the radio and those therapists sound very verbal. So I don't know, I guess there's a middle. You don't do radio.
No, I don't. And they're in show business. They are often abusive to the people who call in.
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
But you have a show business side too. I've seen your act.
Are you talking about Compliment and Katz?
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I've seen that band.
Well, Harry, that was 20 years ago. I mean, we were not, we didn't really know what we were doing.
Well, I mean, but that was good. That was, I'm not, folk is not my favorite genre exactly, but I thought that you sort of escaped the limits of the genre.
Yeah. What are you saying?
Well, it's limiting because any sign of craft is suspect.
Yes. Yes.
And, what you brought to it was a sense of craft, so that there was a faux kind of craftlessness that masked the craft.
Well, we used craft maskers, which helped.
But I mean, do you get? Well, anyway, we should be.
This is so inappropriate of me to let you.
No, I know. So should we go? I mean,
yeah. So
the dream was like scary, but I'm not scared. See, that's
Right.
that's what.
Let me ask you this, Harry. The first time you saw Koppelman and Katz, when was it exactly, and what were you feeling? You know, I'm a little embarrassed that you know about the existence of the band.
Oh, believe me, it's embarrassing for me because I have this feeling that any existence of you outside this room is embarrassing to me.
Yeah.
You know, I have this fantasy that you stop existing when I leave the room.
Well, traditionally, I shouldn't really exist in your mind outside of this room. But it's difficult, Harry, when you achieve a certain amount of notoriety to maintain a low profile.
Are you talking about me?
No, actually, I was talking about me.
Oh. See, I think that my problem is that that respect that we were talking about.
Yeah.
That's why I got into show business, and I don't think you can get respect for being in show business.
Well, see, I disagree. I think I have an enormous amount of respect for anybody who makes their living in show business. It's such a competitive...
Didn't you guys do a song that sort of sounded like respect?
Yeah, we did. I think I know the song you're talking about. That's so astute of you because not many people picked up on that.
Well, when you spelled out, what was the word you were spelling out?
Respectful?
Well, yeah.
Geez, no one has ever noticed the similarity between that and respect.
Huh. That's probably just out of courtesy.
Good manners is so important.
Listen to this, Dad. Huh? Dad?
Wind chime?
Mm-hmm. I bought a lot of wind chimes. But you know, we don't really have anywhere to put them outside, so I hung them inside.
Well, open the window a crack.
Well, no, I bought some fans. I'll tell you, it's total contentment. It's all about enlightenment right now.
You know, the kind of enlightenment we can afford on your budget
is fluorescent enlightenment.
because those things last forever.
When you come home tonight, you're going to feel a palpable change in your chi. You don't know what chi is, do you?
I know exactly what she is. You explained it to me this morning. It's my essence.
That's right.
And my essence is going to kick your essence's ass when I get home.
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Ben.
Let me greet you in the way that I now greet people.
You dropped sweat on my desk.
Yeah. You know, Laura, to the fool, life is a series of unrelated events, you know, unresolved gestures, unrequited love. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just regurgitating that book all the time now. But I'm getting into the Feng of the Shui. I see you change the office around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Move the coat rack. That should be over a little more.
No.
Don't you think?
I don't think so.
You know, it's funny how people's ideas of Feng Shui are different, you know?
Feng Shui.
It's funny how the way they say it is different, too, sometimes.
Yeah, like the right way or the wrong way.
Right, and it's Feng Shui.
Depending on, you know.
In that respect, I just get the feeling that some people's ideas of Feng Shui are better than others, and mine is better.
Ben, it's not a competition.
Well, I did the apartment over. Have you done your apartment?
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of plants?
Yeah.
You have a fishbowl?
No.
Huh, I do. Yeah.
Where is it?
It's in the kitchen right next to the toaster, where it belongs.
Oh.
Do you have wind chimes in your apartment?
No.
I have a whole bunch of wind chimes. Do you have crystal balls?
No.
I don't have those either. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that's dumb. That's like too new age.
Mm-hmm.
Which way is your bed facing?
It's facing east.
Dumb. So obvious.
Are you keeping track of the score?
I won.
I did.
I'm better.
I am.
I'm more at peace with myself than you'll ever be at peace with yourself.
I'm so much at peace that I'm about to fall asleep.
I'm doubly as at peace.
You're getting upset.
Takes one to know one, way more tranquil. Totally content.
When I was a young buck, a young swinger in my 20s, I didn't understand why people would get married. Why would you shackle yourself to another human being with no possibility of escape for the rest of your born days?
Yeah.
And then I got married just a year and a half ago, and after I'd been married 6 months, I fell down and broke both of my arms. That's why people get married. Right there. I had hoped to go another 70, 80 years at least without ever having to utter the sentence, "Honey, I'm done, wipe me." Because I don't care how cool your roommate is, most of them won't go there. Come on, dude, just wipe me. I've got broke both my arms. Come on, get all mad. Come on, wipe me. Dude, you suck. I hate you. And my wife, the sweetest woman in the world, actually said this to put me at ease. You know, I just say, honey, I'm so embarrassed. This is so weird. I'm so sorry. I guess you can file this under for worse, huh? She actually said to me, tell you what, after your casts come off, you can wipe my butt. Well, let's not go off the deep end, honey. This isn't about me being jealous that you get to wipe my butt and I don't get to wipe your butt. It's not like I'm sitting there going, man, some people have all the luck.
Yeah.
That is the kind of thing that can be pulled out as a trump card to end any and all future arguments. Yeah, well, honey, I don't think you're respecting my needs. Yeah? Well, what about the time I wiped your butt for 4 weeks after you fell down and broke both your arms, you clumsy oaf? All right, enjoy the Caribbean with your male friends.
Ben was telling me, and this has to do with this Feng Shui stuff, that when you got...
What'd you say?
Feng Shui.
Feng Shui.
Hey, Feng Shui this, okay, pal?
Feng Shui. Is it
He's
helping?
doing it, you know, and actually, I'll
he more
tell you who
enlightened?
else is into it is Laura.
Really? Well, this could have a positive social benefit.
In other words, you think he's going to get chicks out of this?
Well, maybe it's, what do? You just rearrange the furniture? Is that what you're doing with this?
Oh, if it was that simple, well, they wouldn't call it Feng Shui.
Does it involve like a sort of a tantric sexual type of thing?
I don't think so.
What's
What does
that?
that? What does that mean, a tantric?
Tantric sex, that's when you do it over long stretches of time. And sleep is involved at times, and maybe a sandwich.
Yeah, right.
But I come home from work and Ben says to me, Dad, do you know that we're all blind men touching different parts of the same elephant?
Wow. What the hell did he mean by that?
It's interesting. It's an interesting way to look at things, is that none of us know what life is about.
But somehow we're all connected.
But somehow the experience is, like Julie said, we're all connected.
Nice.
But the thing that connects us that I didn't realize was this big elephant.
Boy. Well, it works, because we're all dealt different hands in life, you know?
Boy, is that true.
Did he say which part of the elephant he was a-touching?
No, but ever since he read that, he washes his hands like 20 times a day.
Yeesh.
Dad, do you hold both in one hand? Not...
I have never been able to master the chopstick, Ben, and I'm sick of apologizing for it.
I'll tell you something. I was thinking more in terms of when we were going to have an Eastern breakfast that you wouldn't have served me Rice Krispies.
Oh, you
I
meant
was
more
thinking
like
more like just a bowl of rice.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, Dad, I think that,
Yeah.
well, you read a book like this and you start, thinking more about things spiritual.
I do think about what happens to us after we die, because I can't believe that this is it.
Yeah.
I know, Ben, that my body is not who I am,
Right.
but if you're looking for me,
Right.
I'm over here.
I gotcha.
Okay.
Dad, I was thinking
Right.
about this Feng Shui stuff
Right.
that you're probably right about. You can't make radical changes in your philosophy.
Right.
I mean, there was a reason why I have a particular type of,
Mindset?
I just, that, I grew up as, I can't think with these things!
I don't know if this is the time to bring this up, but my goddaughter's birthday is coming up.
Mazel tov.
Thank you. And I was wondering if you think that giving her learning to tie your inner shoe is an appropriate gift for a 9-year-old.
I think that's the perfect gift. I think she's just the right age.
Hmm.
And I would be delighted to sign one.
Well, you don't have to do that.
Would probably mean a lot to her someday.
The book?
A signed copy of...
Oh, a signed copy, yeah. I've been in show business a long time, and I feel almost ashamed to still be surprised by the idea that people's public personas are so radically different from who they really are.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like, well, I don't have a public persona. Maybe that's my problem. I mean, if you had to describe me based on my public persona, what would you say?
I would say that you are,
See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the first thing that popped into my head.
No, I know. That's the problem.
I think it's because what you do is so unique that it's so hard to describe. But we're just talking about persona.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have one. I haven't done my homework. I apologize.
Well, no, wait. Don't put yourself down, because in the Me No One Knows, you talk about the concept of reverse transference, don't you?
I broached the subject. I don't remember whether I go into it in depth.
Well, you could broach it now.
Well, reverse transference is, well, you're familiar with transference.
Mm-hmm. It's where I love you.
That's right. Well, I think, my affection for you is what they call reverse transference.
Really?
Yeah. Which is different than I'm rubber, you're glue.
Sometimes I feel that I'm not made for this century. It's such a nasty time where people get mad so easy. A light turns green and it's instantly mad. Everybody goes from 0 to 70 on the anger meter in the snap of a finger. I wish I could go back a century. Go back to Charles Dickens times, the 19th century, where the worst thing you could say to anybody is, "Good day, sir." That was the worst. Some guy gets in your face and starts giving you a hard time. "Hey, you cut me off at that red light. What are you trying to do, pal? Where'd you get your license?" You just give him that look and you say, "Good day, sir." "What? Hey, I'm not through with you yet. I said good day."
Hey, you know what that means.
I know what it means.
Our time is up. You really shouldn't use a knife to get toast out of the toaster. That's very dangerous.
No, I'm not trying to get the toast out. I'm trying to get the fork out.
Oh. This really irks me.
What's that?
The city alderman who was indicted for taking kickbacks during a sting operation.
What'd you say? Ow! God! This thing is plugged in.
I voted for the wrong guy, Ben. That's what I'm saying.
What did he do?
Well, according to the paper, he had his hand in the till.
Oh, he was
embezzling money from the city.
Really?
Getting transferring it into his own personal account.
Wow, that's bad for the city, huh?
It's bad for the city. It's bad for politics.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I had chosen that path. I think I could have made a real contribution.
You could have
as a public servant.
Right. But what would you do as alderman? Seriously, just give me your platform.
End corruption in city politics.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I would like to bring crime back to the streets, out of our homes.
Crime is in the home now?
No, I'd like to clean up the criminal element in the city.
Criminal element?
Yeah.
What decade are you living in? What are you, Batman? What's your position on nuclear weapons?
Hate them.
Good.
Hi, Laura, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
I'm Louis C.K.
Mm-hmm.
Louis
Right.
just C period K period.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, well, I'm supposed to be here now
Yeah.
for the doctor, Katz.
Right. Could you take a seat over there, please?
You don't want to ask me about my name?
No.
Okay, just the people usually think it's really weird and they want to hear the funny story.
Oh, well, okay, I don't.
No, I mean, I don't want to tell it to you. I just wondering if you want to hear. I wouldn't. Okay, no, just people usually want to know. What's up with Laura? How's that? What kind of name is that? Is that like a acronym for something?
It's Hungarian.
Before I went on the road, I was back home in New York.
Mm-hmm.
People are so mean there. Like, everywhere you go, there's some kid working behind the counter, and he's like, everything's lame. So I went to buy an ice cream cone at this place. It's like cool ice cream,
Right.
And there's, all these flavors on the board, and I'm looking at them, and you're really serious when you're checking out your flavors, going, now what I don't like raisins, and, and so there's this flavor called Chips Ahoy. And I'm thinking, that could be a lot of things, Chips Ahoy. Maybe there's a lot of chips in it. So I go up to the kid, this little snotty kid with the nose earring, and he's like, ugh. And I went over and I said, excuse me, what is Chips Ahoy? And I swear to God, he goes, guess. And I was like, I don't know. What is it? And he says, have you ever heard of Chips Ahoy cookies? Have you ever heard of them? And I was like, well, yeah. And he says, well, they're in vanilla ice cream, duh. And I started crying. You know what I like to do, Dr. Katz, when I'm really bored?
Give me a hint.
I like to go up to total strangers and just start conversations with them.
Yeah.
It's really fun. If you ever have nothing to do, just go up to somebody you don't know and just start a conversation. But the fun way to do it, don't start the conversation in the beginning. Just start it in the middle.
Right.
You should try it. Just walk up to somebody in a store and just say, yeah, well, how do you think I felt? Or like knock on your neighbor's door, and when they answer the door, just go, so that's why he was acting so weird.
Yeah.
I also like to go shopping a lot. I like to go to Kmart.
Right.
The thing I like about Kmart is that the variety is amazing. You can buy everything there. And there's certain combinations of things that you can buy at Kmart that you can't buy at other places. And there's certain things that if you buy them together, like if you buy certain things by themselves, nobody cares. But if you buy them in combinations, people kind of get a little freaked out.
Like what?
I like to go in there and go like, hi, I need a jar of mayonnaise and a stopwatch and a Bible. I need a case of motor oil and a Huffy 10-speed and a blonde wig. A road flare and a pair of pink panties.
Hi. Hey. Hi. Hey.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
My sister is so much deeper than me. She's a deeper person, Even as kids, she was just an older soul, We were sitting at the breakfast table, and she said, Sarah, I think that the enemy of fear and tension is involvement.
Right.
I said, yeah. Grandma's fat. Went out to dinner last night at this really nice restaurant. The ladies' room was out of order. I had to use the men's room, which is so humiliating, Sitting in that urinal.
Oh.
Dirty. Then I flushed, now my back is all wet. Oh, I was, licking jelly off of my boyfriend, and, all of a sudden I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm turning into my mother. I talk during sex. I can't help it. It's like it's beyond my control, it just moves me to, I always find myself talking during sex. I'm always saying stuff like, ow, 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 easy, buddy.
Dr. Katz's office.
Laura.
Hi, Ben.
Laura, how are you?
Ben, why are you calling?
Well, I was having a conversation with my dad this morning, and apparently he wants to maybe get into politics.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know whether it's going to be soon, but it looks like there's an opening for the Alderman position.
Oh, great.
That's exciting, huh?
Really?
Well, listen, this is more of a business call, not a social call, so I'm going to have to cut you off on the chit-chat.
All right, let's get down to business. We worked out some platforms this morning over breakfast.
And my idea was handicap parking for everyone.
Yeah?
I think you need to think that through.
I'll tell you something, Laura, it sounds glamorous, Alderman, but it is a difficult position that requires a lot of responsibility.
Do you know what those responsibilities are?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot.
Like what?
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with the verb to alder.
Not really, actually.
And that is a very complicated political process.
Could you explain it to me?
I could, but, if I explained it to you, I would bore you, and I don't want to jeopardize my dad's campaign.
I was a non-believer, too.
When he first mentioned it, in fact, I laughed right in his fat face. But now I see the upside to, running for alderman.
What's that?
Chicks love it. I think.
I have a cough.
Yeah.
And I had to get cough medicine for it this morning. I look in the back of the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
It said, keep away from children.
Right.
Which makes me so sad, because I love children.
Yeah, I really don't want to subject myself to the kind of public humiliation, the kind of scrutiny that you go through as soon as you
try to enter public life.
Public humiliation is a good thing.
Yeah, but things would come out of these things. If I ran for office, all of a sudden...
Oh, they would start to pry into your personal life.
That's right.
Yeah.
Things would surface that I really would not...
No, that's true. There's probably a lot of things in your past that you probably don't want brought out as alderman.
But, I think, fortunately, when you're running for alderman, I don't think they pry that deeply.
Believe me, they pry, Ben.
Did you, what have you done that could potentially be ruinous to a campaign?
Well, you don't have to pry.
Let them do it.
No, I need to know this now, Dad, as your campaign
Well, first
manager.
of all, I'm not running for anything.
Well, if you were to run, is there something I should know about that you...
There are a couple of things, a couple of affiliations I've had to organizations that are a little shady,
I saw a picture of you back in the 60s.
And you were smoking a pipe. What was in that?
Well, that's the kind of thing that would come up.
I mean, I already released that picture to the press.
That's called a preemptive move.
Oh, that's a good idea. Put them on the defensive.
Right.
What I am doing is I am putting the whole system on trial.
Before, yeah.
Bravo, bravissimo.
Yeah.
I really appreciate how supportive you're being now, and even entertaining the notion that it's something I could succeed at, I find very supportive and flattering. But guess what?
What's that?
I'm not interested.
Well, Dad, honestly, if you run, you will win. And not only you're going to win.
Yeah.
We're going to win.
Right?
I like being a therapist, Ben. I like who I am.
Hey, I don't want to hear that kind of talk. Hey, wait a minute. That can be our slogan.
What?
I don't want to hear that kind of talk.
Isn't that kind of a long, dumb slogan?
Long, dumb slogan. That's it. We don't need any long, dumb slogans. Huh? See, everything you say is gold, Dad.
You gotta go into politics.
Goodbye, Ben.
Goodbye, Ben. You're into it.
So I've been traveling. I've been on the road a lot traveling, and you kind of get lonely.
Sure.
When you're traveling and you don't, there's certain things that people might say to you that wouldn't bother you otherwise, but they stand out. Like I was at the airport, and I'm checking in, and the lady said, did you pack your bags yourself? I was like, well, yeah, it was just me in the room this morning, alone. And then she's like, did anyone give you anything to bring on the plane? No. Who's getting presents before they go on airplanes? I want to get a present.
I don't think presence is the issue, Louis.
And I kind of get nervous when I fly sometimes. I was flying from New York to San Francisco, and the pilot came on. Well, we were sitting on the ground for like an hour because there was bad weather in San Francisco, so they wouldn't let us take off.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pilot comes on.
Yeah.
He goes, good evening, passengers. We have an idea up here in the cockpit. They won't let us take off to go to San Francisco, so we're going to say that we're going to Las Vegas, and halfway through we'll switch. And we're all looking at each other, like, what the hell is this? Don't pull a fast one on the safety guys. Like we're all going, yeah, screw those, what do they know? Stick it to them.
Yeah, I was wondering, Laura, actually, later this afternoon, if you have time or after work, you would want to drop by the campaign headquarters.
Where's that?
It's right here at the house.
And what would we be doing there, Ben?
We'd work on the campaign, and I made air quotes. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
I'm saying you want to get on this political train, baby, and you don't want to get off.
I mean, we are on a roll here. Don't you hear the phones ringing, Laura?
No.
No, hold on one sec. You know what? Forget it. I'm not going to get it. I'll forget. I'll get it.
Hold on.
Hey, Ben.
You know what? No.
I'm not going to get it because, I've been working all morning, and I am just sick and tired of the...
I'll get it. Hold on.
Katz HQ. Oh, man, we have fun. No, honestly, I'm kind of a new man here, you know?
I mean, I have more responsibilities. I paint posters.
I have a staff of one 7-year-old girl who lives upstairs who's helping me paint the posters. And she's doing a pretty damn good... Not the red!
It's weird relating to all the different kinds of people in America when you travel around. Like, I was in Maine.
Right.
And people up there have a weird accent. Like, I could hardly understand anybody that was... anything that anybody was saying to me because the accent was so weird. Like, I went up to this guy in the gas station, I said, hello, and he said, I was like, wow, that's like another language almost.
Right.
And in Minnesota, too, you know, the Minnesota accent, I went there and I was just trying to get directions. I asked this lady, how do I get to the interstate? And she said, so, I don't know. I think I need somebody to help me with that one.
So, Dad, what'd you do today?
What didn't I do today? It's more like it.
That's what I like to hear. I just need to know if you've had any subversive leanings.
I am a subversive.
You are.
In the larger sense of the word.
Right.
And this country, Benjamin Daniel Katz, was built by subversives.
No, Dad, they were Puritans, I thought.
Let me check.
Yeah. All the great leaders of this country were subversive in some way.
You think so?
Yeah.
Dad, are you now or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
See, those are two separate questions, Ben. And it didn't really seem like a party at the time. No, were you active in college politics?
No,
I was president of my class.
Is that an appointed position? No, I just don't. No,
What?
I just don't see you putting yourself on the line that way.
What was your platform?
I don't remember.
I'll help you remember.
Yeah, help me remember.
Elect me, and you'll never blank in the blank again.
How about this? How about, what do we want? Blank. When do we want it? Now. What would you have said then?
Are we helping?
You're not helping.
No.
But you guys aren't political now, are you? I mean, I've never seen you. I never hear about this. You guys don't come in here talking about politics very much.
I'm sort of political.
Really?
Yeah.
I wrote a paper called Social Politics.
That was you? I read that.
I think I read it. Did I say I wrote it?
You said you wrote it.
I'm sorry. I meant to say I read it.
Oh, yeah.
I was wondering if either of you feel sort of bad that you aren't still involved in politics in the way that you were when you were in college, and that's why you were just, you know, this is sort of like a...
Sometimes I miss that sense of belonging,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
I was part of the anti-war movement.
Oh, yeah? Did you march?
I marched, but I was always like 10 minutes late.
So you didn't actually march, you were just like...
I marched near Washington.
How close did you get?
Bethesda.
Did you guys, either of you, burn your draft cards?
Yep.
You did?
But speaking of burning, did you, at that time, it might have been a couple of years later.
Oh, you're wondering if I burned my bra?
Did you burn your bra?
No. I read about women doing that, but I never did it.
You ever roast marshmallows?
Dad, I'm glad you're home. Exciting news today.
Yeah.
We have competition now.
Who was that?
I read in the paper today that there's another guy who's apparently going to be running for alderman. So now we can really get our talons in and start attacking this guy.
Hey, I have some good news for you, too. Exciting news.
What's that?
I made reservations for us in the real world.
What are you talking about?
The real world is where you and I used to live until you got into this wacky campaign mode. I'm not really interested in running for anything. I don't feel like I can play this game anymore, Ben. You know, I just don't want to play.
Dad,
Yeah.
which game don't you want to play?
The game where I'm running for office and you're my running mate or my campaign manager.
Right.
I like it better when we were just a couple of guys.
Just a father and a son.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I think that you have a taste for this political life now. It's in your blood.
I mean, a little bit. I think I've been a pretty decent campaign manager.
You've been better than decent. You have been superb, and I think that you could make somebody a very good campaign manager, provided they were interested in running for office.
Yeah,
you know, that's one of the requirements.
Well, I just thought that this is a good opportunity for you to get something else going in your life, to start believing in stuff.
I believe in stuff, man.
You know, and then, the politics is a good way to reach people, and
you know what else isn't bad is the phone.
Yeah, we're not even in politics, and you know how many times I've lied today?
How many times?
Oh my God, like 100.
Just to practice.
Yeah.
You know, even the greatest politicians of our time lied.
Really?
Even Lincoln. What was his nickname?
Honest Abe.
Well, maybe that's not a good example.
What about the guy after Lincoln?
Washington?
No, Dad, Washington was the first president.
Oh, I thought you meant alphabetically.
Yeah, actually today, I drained the campaign fund.
Did you put it in IOU?
What's that? No, I went to the arcade.
Wait, you took our campaign fund?
It was only $120.
Yeah.
But, man, did I dump that off quick. It was like 2 hours at the arcade, but guess what I won you?
What's that?
This.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's right, I played skee ball.
Oh, I had to end a relationship with a girlfriend of mine. It was sad, you know, we'd been friends for a long time, but she changed, you know, she's a, what is it? Not born-again Christian, but, pathological liar. My sister just got married.
That's great.
It was fun. It was a neat wedding. You know, they took each other's last names and hyphenated it, so. Now my sister's name is Susan Silverman Abramowitz. But they're going to shorten it, you know, to just Jews.
Yeah.
Fits on the mailbox.
Sure.
My father was at the wedding, and that was really, it was awkward for me. It was uncomfortable, I guess, because when I was 14, I went out with my father's best friend.
Really?
And that's embarrassing, you know, my father having a 14-year-old best friend. A loser.
I had a gay dream the other night. This was really weird, Dr. Katz. I had a gay dream, and I didn't know I was having a gay dream until partway through. See, here's what it was, the dream. I was at a cafe in Italy with a friend of mine, and we're sitting there and having espressos, and
yeah, gay dream.
These two young Italian boys come up to us. They say, "Come swimming with us. We're going to go swimming. Come on, it's going to be very nice to go swimming." And, you know, it's a dream. So we're like, yeah, what the hell? Why not, you know? Go swimming with these Italian kids. So I get on the back of the kid's scooter there, and we go, you know, go into the mountains. And so they take off their clothes, and they start swimming, and they saying to us, "Come on into the water. It's beautiful. Don't be afraid," you know. So we're starting to get undressed, and I asked my friend, "Is this gay, do you think, to swim with Italian teenage boys?" And my friend was like, "No, of course not." And I said, "Yeah, you're right." Anyway, so I'm making out with one of them, you know, like kissing him, and it hit me all at once. Of course this is gay.
Whoops.
What the hell was I thinking?
You know what the music means, Louis?
This is totally gay.
It's time to stop. Our time is up.